Good evening from the Kingdom of Balance. This is Princess of Balance here with day 85 of streaming uh, from the Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. Something is missing here. Let me just switch that on. Okay, there we go. So we have game number 253. This one is called Kaiju Big Battel Fighto Fantasy by Super Walrus Games. Then we have game number 254, Thrunt by Mugs Games. And game number 255, Blue Rose by White Cat. That last one is a visual novel, I believe. And I do this stream every Monday and Friday to go through 3 games from the bundle. And yeah, since I've been doing this since July 2020. So I got 3 more years to go before I finish the whole bundle. Okay. So, hey Shelly, thanks for coming. I know you said you're gonna be lurking for a bit, and that's okay. We're gonna just do a low-key stream today. I'm gonna just do a quick look at all 3 games, and then we'll be done. Got a few other things to do, take care of tonight, so I don't want us to play too long. Right. So to start with, we're going to look at. Let me switch that. Oops. There. So we're gonna look at Kaiju Big Battel. Kaiju Big Battel Fighto Fantasy. Travel through time. Oh, nice. Okay. Don't go there. I'm gonna paste the link to the game, to the profile of Super Walrus Games on Itch.io, so that you all can take a look at that. So it's at super-walrus-games.itch.io. That's what we're looking at on the screen now. Is the music okay? Music's probably okay. All right. So, it's $10. The first section is what is Kaiju? Kaiju Big Battel Fighto Fantasy is 16-bit styled RPG. Oh, RPG. Featuring turn-based combat. Nice. Plenty of exploration and a funky soundtrack to pump you up. This is an officially licensed game based on the live-action monster wrestling group Kaiju Big Battel, who have been performing their Godzilla meets WWE act for over 20 years. Designed for kaiju fans and newcomers alike, Fighto Fantasy takes players on a quest across time and space as they work to undo damage caused by the Evil Dr. Cube, as he rampages through history in search of fame and glory, with 7 main playable heroes, wow, and a secret one to unlock. Nice. Players explore 6 time periods and punch out dozens of deadly monsters. Story. All the world is watching as Kaiju Big Battel title fight is about to begin. The diabolical Dr. Cube versus the patriotic pugilist? American Beetle. Things take a sudden turn when Cube pulls out a secret weapon that rips open portals into history. Now it's up to the Kaiju heroes to pursue Cube across the centuries, from Egypt to Rome to Russia and beyond. Is the Mad Doctor pursuing dangerous artifacts lost to time, or does he want to deface famous landmarks with his own ugly mug? Features combat, no random encounters here. Touch enemy NPCs on the map to trigger turn-based battles. Each of the 7 main heroes has their own strengths and weaknesses. Side stories. When you're not chasing Dr. Cube through time, take a minute to help out some locals. Slay a muscle-bound mummy, rescue lost kaiju heroes, adopt cats. Map abilities. Each hero has a unique ability to interact with environmental objects, unlocking hidden paths and secret treasures. Difficulty selection, easy mode for a relaxed experience, normal mode for players who want some intense fights, and hard mode for players looking for more deadly dangers. 12 plus hours of RPG adventure. Okay, who are we? Super Rollers Games has been making independent games for 15 years, starting with the release of Waltros in 2002. Fighto Fantasy is written and designed by Super Walrus Games boss Paul Harrington, with graphics by Soda Piggy, W. James Pendelis, music by Glock and Mr. 8-Bit, additional graphics by Zach Corocan, and mini-games by James Page and Richard Spoonweaver Upchurch. Okay, so that's the credits. It's $10 at the moment. And it's available for Mac, Linux, and Android and Windows. Wow, that's a lot of ports. Cool. Let's check it out. I'm excited now. I had no idea because I didn't even read about the game until now. So I had no idea what we were getting into. Okay, it's loading. There we go. Oh, I need my controller. Cool. I like the logo in the back. It's Dr. Q. He has a cube head, and there's a clock behind him. It's funny that the villain is featured in the title screen, not the heroes. That is an interesting difference. Okay, let's try it out. Danger mode, monster mayhem, or wrestler mode. Wrestler mode is for newcomers. Okay, focus on showmanship and story, fewer and easier enemy encounters. Okay. Danger mode is for RPG veterans. Standard enemy encounters, enemies use more complex attacks, party swap at checkpoints only. Interesting. Monster Mayhem is for Fighto Fantasy pros. Toughest enemy encounters, new enemy varieties appear, instills incredible sense of pride. Funny. Okay, we're gonna do danger mode. Danger mode selected. Controls. Enter is action button, do stuff, talk to people, examine objects, select menu options. Okay. Escape is menu cancel button, used to open the main menu or cancel out of it. Lets you cancel battle commands. Run button, hold to go crazy fast. Disabled during certain puzzle rooms. Cool. Oh look, it's a TV. That's so cool. From throughout the galaxy, a monstrous mob of kaiju appear. Okay, maybe the sound is a bit too high. There we go. Vile villains, atrocious aliens, city-crushing creatures threaten the Earth. A covert committee of humans organized to resist the growing dangers of intergalactic threats. The Kaiju Regulatory Commission. A secret organization dedicated to monitoring mayhem and containing kaiju aggression. The Kaiju Regulatory Commission worked hard to protect the people of Earth, but then the KRC were betrayed by one of their best and brightest, Dr. Cube. A man-turned-monster, Cube now creates global chaos with his army of mindless minions and mega monsters. Thankfully, the Kaiju heroes are here to protect the people and push back Cube's corruption. All-out war between the well-meaning heroes and Cube's posse did great damage to the Earth. The KRC, under the guidance of a secretive Kaiju commissioner, hatched their greatest plan yet. to contain the violence to the ring, and so the Intergalactic Wrestling League Kaiju Big Battel was born. With Cube's focus shifted from world domination to the championship belt, the Earth is finally safe, or is it? In a world where monsters are real and danger can happen, a championship bout is about to begin. This will be one for the history books. That is so cool looking. Oh, little credit. I love the credit stuff. Now entering the ring, one of the Kaiju Big Battle heroes. Give it up for American Beetle. Oops. I missed one text. This is a Kaiju Big Battle title fight. These contenders may be able to level cities, but they only care about one thing tonight, bringing home the belt. Oops. Ladies and gentlemen, humans and monsters, get ready for a night of Kaiju Big Battle Fighto Fantasy. Fighto. Nice. Okay, attack, pugilism. I don't know what pugilism is. I don't have any items. Okay, pugilism, it's like special abilities, I'm guessing. 1-2, double jabs right to the face. 10 MP. USA, charismatic cheer, raise attack power. Apollo punch, fiery fury inspired by American hero. This is hilarious. Okay. Attack. Let's see what the attack looks like. Ooh, 140. That's pretty good. Let's try the 1-2. Nice. A steel chair? A cheap, horrible shot by Cube. Beetle's on his knees. This might be the end of the patriotic pugilist. This is very much like WWE. Like, whatever I've seen of it, they always, like, have a chair somewhere.
So it's cheating.
Yeah. And so what, do we have our drinks?
Yeah, I'm almost certain.
Okay. A cheap, horrible shot. Okay, we read that. Silver Potato. Kaiju's tubular tubers come to Beetle's aid. Is our starchy superstar strong enough to take down the deranged doctor? Okay. We did that. Let's do USA. And, oh, meal magic. Cool. No items, but meal magic is chip. Salty slice that chips magic defense. Because he's a potato, right? Boil. Freshly boiled water flung everywhere. Microwave. Quick and easy electric attack. These are the different ways to prepare potatoes. Okay. Okay, let's try his attack first. Okay. His attack has gone up, so let's do an attack. And then can do meal magic. Let's see the microwave thing. Ooh, that's powerful. Okay, let's do a 1-2 again. And you do the chip. Oh, that was enough. Cool. What the heck is this? Cube's calling for a timeout? I don't want to alarm you, but there seems to be some kind of seismic activity in our area. Superdimensional Slug 1. Cube has summoned one of the most dangerous kaiju of all into the ring. The SDS-1 has been banned by the Kaiju Regulatory Commission for its horrific use of space-time distortions. How did Cube get his hands on it? Cube's gone, and this place is coming down. Everyone out of the building. Translated from Spanish for potatoes' benefit. Okay. First the chair, then blowing up the world. What's fighting? That's fighting dirty, you know? Just ain't classy. Potato. At least our universal translators are working, but man, if this is the afterlife, it's a pretty half-baked one. Potato jokes. There's gonna be potato jokes in this game. Card me? Hey, yo, Potato, you ain't supposed to bring your cell phone into the ring. Not mine, man. Sounds like it's coming from somewhere distant. Let's strut and check this funky place out. Okay. Oh. Hey, why did the movement stop? Nothing's happening. Keyboard's not responding either. What made it stuck? This is right after the credits too. Oh, there we go. Just took a long time for some reason. So we have them in, well, that order is fine. Big bug punch, punch through certain walls. Smooth moves, kick stuff to topple bridges. Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh, the chair came with us. A cold, cruel reminder of Cube's steel-hearted trickery. There's a stone here. Well, I can't do anything with that. Weird. Every time I come to this point, it gets stuck. You feel drawn to this glowing beacon. Looking into it, you can see glimmers of your fight with Cube, heavily distorted. The strange beacon emits warm energy. Save game. Data has been saved. You can rest here or change difficulties. Cool. Oh, that's a cute monster. There's a door. Why is there a door in the middle of nowhere? There's a weird distorted thing. A mysterious monster attacks. Thank you for the hot chocolate. Whoa, that is a powerful... We don't have any items. We're gonna just do a regular attack. Oh, nice. $10 and gain 5 XP. Man, for a little guy with no arms, that thing sure could take a punch. Place is crazy, no need to hold back, bro. Let's go nuts on these dudes. Hey, there's a chest here. Someone left some fancy junk on the ground here. We should probably open this thing up, yeah? Found three goo. What is it? Is this edible? Gross, man. What is this stuff? I think it's soup, but it's all purple. I've never seen a soup like that before. Sick. I seriously hope you're not thinking of drinking that stuff. Ever swallow a raw egg? Tons of protein. This looks just as good. Come on, let's take it and go. Barf, bro, barf. Ooh, nice. Look at that. Okay, so we have Goo, Almost Tasty Sludge, heals 250 HP. That's awesome. Cool. We looked at these already. Status. American BL is level 1. Attack is 201. And Potato's attack is 151. Okay. Potato's magic is twice as much as Beetle's. And so is the magic defense. It's 50 more than the... Yeah, okay.
So potato is extra magic.
Yeah. Equip. Do we have... Oh, it's boxing and foam. Settings, controls. I think it's fine. Okay.
Did you say anything?
No. I'm just saving it anyway. Hey, Fire Don't Talk. I just started actually. At just about 25 minutes, yeah. This one is called... Did it show up? Hi. Yeah, this one is game number 253. And it's called Kaiju Big Battel, Fighto Fantasy. Just woke up, be there in a bit. Oh, that's okay. Freestanding door blocks the path, impossible to open from this side. Okay, so we're going this way. There's this weird distorted monster here. What the heck? This some kind of ghost? Don't know, but it feels real familiar. I don't think it's an enemy. Cause of death. I didn't use any special moves. Huh. Interesting. What's over here? This looks like a time distortion. Huh. It's like a portal.
I think you need something to be able to unlock that.
Battle Kid. Again with that static, what is it trying to say? Beetle's the champion? We all know that already. Unless my ears are playing tricks, it sounded a bit something like Battle Cinnamon. Could be an important clue, baby. Alrighty. You know what? Just do a regular attack on that one. And you do a boil. On that one? Okay, let's do the attack. Cool. We should use the goo that we keep collecting. Yeah, that's about it. Found messy. Was someone just using this chest as a trash can? Better equip it anyway. It's an equipment called messy. Armor accessory, messy. A floppy hat covered in mud. Gives you HP plus 10 and defense plus 5. I think Potato needs it more than... yeah. There. There's another one of these. Cause of death, I didn't equip my newest gear. look light. Looking glamorous, alright? Hey, you're real good at this. And that's great advice anytime. You better believe it. Potato jokes. Okay. What's this over here? Cause of death, I went somewhere I shouldn't be. Okay, so we won't go there. It's reminding me of the old JRPGs we used to play. That's a big one, right? Google. Potato microwaves with the foil on. Damn. You're not doing well. Let's have a goo. And you do, let's do a boil. Jeez. Okay, we need to take care of, oh, that one is, okay. You do that, you use a goo. Awesome. Potato gets hit a lot. I never saved my progress. That's the cause of death. Hey, I can open this from this side? Yeah. Strand returns to both friend and foe alike. Oh, wow. I see. That's the trick. So enemies come back, basically.
But you can go around.
Yeah. And you can grind by doing this, too. Okay, cool. Let's see what's on this side. There's a lot of enemies. Found Ghost. This scary hot sauce can bring a hero back from KO. I see. Strange little doodler squeaks excitedly. You have no idea what he's trying to say. Okay. So these are friendlies. Strange little doodler. Okay. Cause of death, I forgot to stock up on items. Cool. I guess we'll have to learn a language for this one to communicate. Maybe. Okay, that was interesting. Yeah, I'll try the other portal thingy. Can go from the top, I guess. Oh, wow. They enter light ahead, watch. Enter the light? I ain't ready for that yet. No way, not going down without a fight. The voice sounded like it's coming from up ahead, but those ugly mugs up there don't look like the talking type. What do you say then? You ready to punch some faces? Let's rock and roll, man. Damn. This one we need the ghost. Oh my god. Okay. Damn. Hmm. I guess we have to go recover. Did he come back?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, you might want to go right down. The enemy down are weaker.
Not taking chances anymore.
They don't just level.
Okay. Awesome. At least we're getting healing items pretty much every time. Okay, so there's this place. Oh, this is an optional bonus boss thingy. Oh, tough one. Oh my god. Wow, it heals. Cool, okay. Actually, let's do a 1-2 on that. And you use a healing item on the other guy. Oh my god. Actually, use an item on the other one, and you do a magic of... You do the microwave magic. Good timing. Okay. Okay. $100. Found new goo. What is new goo? Fresher gooey soup heals 400 HP. Okay, that's useful.
You should heal. Unless you want to go back.
Should get this.
A t-shirt!
It's branded with Kaiju Big Battle logos and characters. Hope it fits. Funny. Armor, t-shirt.
Defense plus 20, magic defense plus 20. Ooh.
That's useful. Well, let's have that. So what I'm gonna do is go to the rest area, rest for a bit, save the game, and then go through the shortcut to the final part. It's a good thing it has a difficulty scale here, because I think, yeah, but also like having 3 difficulty levels is interesting because some of us like the challenge, right?
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll these clowns. Fighto! Oh my god. Okay. Let's do that first, and then let's do this next. Let's do 1, 2 first. And then you do microwave. Oh, that's good. Oh, wow.
Go with the microwave.
Okay, you do a goo on yourself first, and then you do another microwave. Abyss monster. 173 each attack, that's not bad. That's pretty hardcore. Hollow punch. Let's do boil. Oh, that doesn't do much. Okay. The magic was super effective. They both leveled up again. Found a new goo. Nice. I think someone needs some healing. A little bit. No, never mind. Oh, it's a save. Cool. Nicely done, friends. You found your way through that awful abyss. I was afraid you were lost. You were lost forever. We did it. I'd like to thank the fans. That was a long, hard trip to the top, but it's finally over. Settle down, champ. That nasty blockhead still out there somewhere. Right, okay, 1 round at a time. Let's get out of this dump. It's not too bad here, really, kind of nice. Music's groovy. There's no time to wallow and waste. Step into the beacon of light and hurry home. Hey, that's right. We should listen to this funny ghost. Here we go. Beetle and Potato. Dusto Bunny. Greetings, my brave brothers. I welcome you to the new improved hero headquarters. What happened to the fight, bro? Q pulled out that slug, and the next thing we know, the whole place was getting mashed up or something nasty. And he hit me with a steel chair. You saw that, right? Also, we got a headquarters now? I'm afraid the dreaded doctor has torn apart time and shattered space. That bright beacon of light you entered, that slippery slug left those behind. Oh geez, we just traveled through a space tunnel made of slug goo? Gross. And where are the other heroes? Don't tell us he fried them all. Scattered to space and time, it seems there's no way to perfectly pinpoint where they've ended up. Don't throw in the towel yet, man. Just need a good training montage, and then we can jump back in and find our friends. Let's flex. Now it's not the time for flashy flexing or monstrous montage. Behave, Beetle. We got a mission here. Check the computer when you're ready to rock. Then we can use it to track Cube's covert movements through time. You may now explore Hero Headquarters, step into the transporter to save, rest, and organize your party. Then warp to the slug beacons you've unlocked. Huh. Cool. Oh, there's that TV we saw earlier. HQ could probably use a new TV. This thing's been kicking around since the 90s. Hey, it's a dance pad. It's a dance floor with the disco ball.
What about the video?
Through the switch? I'd rather not. I don't know what it does. Space bugs versus unicorn pea. Press action key. Oh, it's Space Invaders. It's a unicorn that's shooting beams of probably like rainbow thingies. Huh. Receive 10 XP. Oh, nice. Let's do it again. It's harder when they're scattered far away, so trying to do this like cluster them. Oh. Oh, it just slips by them. That is so intense. There we go. We did 1 level. Cool. Oh, they reached the bottom really quickly. Wow, there's just 1 health. Oh, 100 XP. Level up. Nice. Sandwich Showdown. Club Sandwich the hero. Use keys to move. Enemies, avoid them. Stomp all ingredients. Ingredients, stomp them. Press action button for emergency transport. Peppers, collect them. Okay. Stomp ingredients, collect peppers, and avoid enemies. Okay. Hey, this is like... I don't know. Ah, that's what we're doing. Stomping on... Oh, we're making sandwiches. Cool. Oh, you can get rid of them using that too. Cool. That's interesting. We're making sandwiches at the bottom. Cool. Lunch is served. This is interesting. Oh, pepper. Got the pepper. Oh my god. Okay, high score is not bad. Oh my god, sorry I missed that. There's a raid. Oh, Sir Gallowan, thank you for the raid. Hi Jasmine, how are you doing today? Yeah, Friday stream is going well. I'm playing a JRPG style game called Kaiju. What was it? Kaiju Big Battle, Fighto Fantasy by Super Walrus Game. Yeah, it's wrestling themed. It's hard to explain the story, but like there's a time and space distortion caused by one of the members, former members of the Kaiju Control. Ripna says think of the League of Wrestling with an evil doctor who distorted time and space. So they're like all kaiju themed wrestlers, and they're going through time and space to rescue fix the damage caused by the evil Dr. Cube. Dr.
And
Cube.
the Dr. Cube is the evil.
Make your dreams come true for only $100. You get a cool, trendy, randomly selected pin. You will be sure to look at stylish. What? Oh no! You will be sure to look A+ stylish. Great price. I don't think we should use up our money for this. Ooh, there's the run button. Anyway, there's more stuff. Are the mustard and ketchup bottles evil? Yes, they were in that mini game. Have to go away for a bit. Have a great stream. Thank you for the raid, Sir Gallowan. I hope you have a good night. Very old school Donkey Kong. Yeah, yeah. That was a. There's also Space Invaders. If you
It's like
probably
two
missed that
games
part.
inside.
Yeah, these are like two arcades here. The first one was like the Space Invaders. This is a unicorn. The creature that you're controlling is a unicorn. I got up to 2 levels and I got 100 XP from it. So that was pretty cool. If you just survive up to level 1, then you get 10 XP. I leveled up by playing the mini game, so that was pretty cool. Oh, almost hit that one. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's harder when they're scattered far away. Okay, we got that. Oh, got 50 XP this time. Awesome. What else is going on here? Wait, what is that? All kinds of electric doodads are sticking out the wall. It's not safe to play around with this. Yes, that's true. Newspaper opened up to the crossword puzzle. Needs a 5-letter word for monster. A fiend?
No,
Kaiju? Yeah.
what is the mixture?
A control panel used for engine maintenance. Best not mess with it. Some kind of magic time travel thing. No idea what this is or how it works, but it does. Can I go on this side? No.
Oh, you have to go around. There.
High voltage. You have to be a total dummy to touch these beams. Yep.
Obviously.
So many crates. Everything needed to keep a hero going is kept in these. Better not mess around with them. Oh, look at that. Sleeping pods. Perfect for both deep space travel and taking a light nap. Okay, sleeping pods would be super nice. Found towel. Doesn't provide much protection, but wearing it makes you look cool. Found a ghost. This scary hot sauce can bring a hero back from a KO. Found lentil. Delicious soup. Restores some HP. These speakers aren't particularly fancy. They're just huge. There's all kinds of cool music loaded in this computer. What should we play? New songs appear as you progress the story. Check back often for new funk. Ooh, look at that. Lots of them. Boss battle. Found a palm. Rub this on your muscles to restore your MP. Oh, nice. This locker is locked by a creepy skeletal padlock. You can hear ghostly sounds coming from within. Could buy a nice hat with this.
Wait, what?
I think it's an optional dungeon of some sort.
There was something that it said.
Yeah, not anymore. Kitchen! Looks like there's an experiment growing in the bottom shelf of the fridge. Smells super funky. An advanced food replication device, modeled after an old-fashioned stove. Very hip. An audio system built by Dusto for recording his each and every thought. Boxes of posters from old fights, lots of good memories. Cool. And bathroom. This trash can looks ordinary, but it's actually an advanced recycling device. Nothing goes to waste. Cool. The sink's starting to get a little clogged looking at you, Dusto. A sparkling clean bowl. Heroic event. Cool. Alright, let's go to the next level. Save first. Rest. And save. And then warp. Yeah. Okay, so we stopped here, but there should be more place to explore, right? Was there another warpy thing over here? No. Maybe we should take this out first. Oh, we got a new ability called Chill. Frozen bean keeps food fresh. Oh, wow, that's powerful. Damn. Yeah, I thought it was close to dying, so I didn't want to bother wasting more MP. Did we go in there?
Maybe you should talk to the heroes again.
I think they're just tutorials. It went to the central place? Okay.
Go down and attack the others, I don't know.
Maybe some place will open up now.
Oh, you need to look at the computer in the hero article. You need to look at the computer.
Okay. Low blow. American Beetle has learned a new move. Yeah, let's use some. Oh,
Oh, you didn't equip your towel.
oh, the towel needs to be equipped, yes. I think let's put it on potato. It's a gem, it's an armor. Okay, defense plus 10. Better than nothing. We went there before already. I think...
you need to go back to the go to the HQ and then go to the
This time travel thing is reminding me of Chrono Trigger. The computer. This thing? All kinds of monsters out here beyond the stars. Friends, enemies, weird mascots, endless possibilities. It's the world map. Shows where you're at. Okay. Madly mash keys on Dusto Bunny's personal computer. It starts up. Ah, okay.
see. Now you have a
Time tracer. Temporal energy detected. Source Giza, Egypt. Time signature 51 BC. Possible enemy incursion. Enemy may be using tension between newly seated ruler Cleopatra and the rise of Roman Empire to sow chaos. Wow, that is heavy. That is some mess. It's not just randomly showing up and stealing things. It's messing with the politics. Coordinates added to transporter system. Caution recommended. Danger can happen. Okay.
What about Fighto?
Information on available side stories. The Lost Kings. Oh, that's what got added when I looked at the locker. Somehow, a skeleton locks appeared on one of the lockers in the dorms. Something spooky is inside. No one knows how it got there. Okay, that's a side quest. Fight record. Battles won 11. Nice. Slug beacons. As superdimensional slug 1 travels through time, it leaves behind a series of glowing temporal beacons. Using the headquarters transporter system, we are able to hijack these beacons to travel through time and space in pursuit of the slug. These beacons may also be used to cause minor time hiccups. Use this to heal minor injuries, but be aware of possible consequences. Currently active beacons 3. So those are the save slots, basically. Profiles. Oh, profiles of all the people. Kaiju dossier. Collected rumors and possibly true information. American Beetle. Name American Beetle. Class hero. With a surly swagger and a punchy personality, Beetle loves a good brawl. Rumors say he was created from the DNA of history's greatest boxers, but this remains unconfirmed. Battle wears the colors of the American flag, but may do so out of passion for the Rocky films rather than patriotism. Claims to descend from an unnamed U.S. president. Dr. Cube, class villain. A masked menace, Dr. Cube was once a normal man. As a former student of plastic surgery, Cube made himself hideous while attempting self-surgery in a vain pursuit of beauty. Cube blames society's dumb beauty standards for his pain and vows to take over the world to right this wrong. He uses violence rather than honorable pursuit of social change. Dusto Bunny. A finely scented sage, Dusto Bunny is definitely the wisest, handsomest, and possibly strongest kaiju hero. He can dance, he can sing, he can do it all. Like all rabbits, he has a fine pair of thick tendrils and leaves massive amounts of fur under couches. Rumors say he is the one who programmed the really amazing and cool HQ computer. He wrote about himself, basically. Silver Potato. An accident with a microwave turned this everyday boring guy into a super cool dancing sensation. A potato has thick aluminum coating and can deal damage using sick dance moves. Rumors say that under all that armor, Potato is a secret ugly man, not so different from Dr. Cube himself. He compensates for his hideousness with confident yet polite quips. Okay? Superdimensional Slug 1. Living weapon. Long before we had DVRs and easy access to streaming media, we had to rely on VCR timers to tape episodes of Seinfeld that we weren't around for. It never worked correctly. Rumors say that time-traveling SDS-1 was created so that an unknown mad scientist would never miss his favorite shows again. Currently banned from Kaiju Big Battle. Wow, that is so weird. Dusto Diary. Construction complete. The new hero headquarters is finally finished. It couldn't have happened without Salbino's support and the permission of the Kaiju Regulatory Commission. I'll next need to recruit some support staff. I can't keep a place this big afloat on my own. Fantastic Fight Night. It's time for another Kaiju Big Battle Fight Night. I'm sitting on the sidelines tonight. No fighting for me. I've got a gigantic new TV to watch it on. Lots of major matchups tonight. LOS Plantos versus Hell Monkey, Robox versus Gomi Man, and to top it all off, American Beetles fighting Cube for the championship belt. There's even a rumor that the Sea Amigos might make a surprise showing. I'm eagerly expecting some good clean fights. Major Mayhem. Well, so much for that. Cube conked Beetle on the head with a steel seat before Silver Potato pounced into the ring. Beetle and Potato thoroughly trounced Cube together. Seemed fair. This is actually part of the intro for those who missed that. I hate all the flickering that happens on my recording. Of course, that wasn't the end of it. Cube called out a forbidden foe, the SDS-1. Using his power, he ripped huge holes in time and space. Bill and Potato vanished into thin air. It's up to me to try and search for the space-time continuum for our missing macho men. All I wanted to do was sit around and watch TV. Thanks, Cube. Goobles, I found them. Potato and Beetle are stuck in a temporal abyss. I'll try and give guidance. From there, my phone signal's pretty weak. They're not alone. There's some sort of mystery monsters in there with them. I can't tell what they are. They're emitting a super strange funkiness. After sending a survey out on social media, I've called these critters Goobles. Something is blocking comprehension of these creatures until they come into close contact, it seems. The Gooble anomaly could hide all sorts of things. They could be cube minions, hungry hippos, anything at all. All I can tell is that their size seems predictive of power. How can this be? Strange science, mischievous magic, whimsical witchcraft? It better not be ghosts. I don't need that in my life right now. Cool. HQ information. Okay. Alright, so, yo bunny, we're all done with the computer. That funk machine says Cube's gone off to Egypt and he's gone crazy far into the past. A fascinating find. What would the bad doctor want with ancient Egypt? Fun in the sun, I'd guess, but you know, celebrating the whole thing with ruining my shot at the belt. I'm willing to wager that this is no casual caper. He must be up to something sinister. Boogie back to the teleporter pad when you're ready to rock. If you need supplies, there should be sundries in the dorm. Good luck. Okay. Let's save now. And then, let's warp to Egypt. Yeah, this is pretty fun. This is a good story too so far. It's like, it's very, what do you call that? It's very satirical.
Nice humor.
And good, very good puns. Especially the potato-based puns are really awesome. Man, we're gonna get baked. See, there you go. We're gonna get baked if we hang out in this desert for too long. Let's find some friendly faces. Maybe someone around here has seen Cube. Okay. Like this person here. Yo, buddy, you got a second? Reclusive man. Great, more costume weirdos. I moved out here to get some peace and quiet. Next thing I know, there's all sorts of creeps pouring out of nowhere. Whoa, that's a lot of sass. Easy, bro. I wonder if you're really this rude or if it's just the universal translator being funny. You saying you've seen some other guys like us then? A few days ago, a guy with high hair came through wearing a black suit. He didn't say a word. Are all you costume people so rude and weird? High hair, black suit, that don't sound much like Dr. Cube. Bogus. Doctor? This jerk wasn't a doctor. If you're looking for a doctor, you should follow the hills towards town. Hey, thanks. Be safe out here, guy. Never know what's gonna come out of the water, yeah? Let's check the water. There isn't anything too exciting in this jar. Nice texture, though. What could be in here? Cooking ingredients? Laundry? Snakes? Probably snakes. Best to leave it alone. I like the graphics. It's very well balanced. I like the texture on it. And whoa, what are you thinking? I already told you to beat it. You're not going into my house. Okay, that is a change from what normally happens. Okay. The Goobles are here too, it seems. Look at that, another one of those funky monsters we saw in the purple place. Now I know we've got all kinds of sand in my eyes. And in my mouth and ears too, you know. But it looks like a little bit different, don't it? Maybe all the time travel smashed our brains a bit. Whatever, man. It looks like it's looking for a fight. Watch yourself, bro. Mysterious monster attacks. Whoa, that looks different. They look like beetles. Scary scarab. Let's try chill on these. Low blow. Bust down enemy defenses. Cool. Oh, that's useful. Cool. Yeah, that wasn't no purple blob guy at all. This must be Cube's doing. Somehow only way it makes sense. Dusto baby, you know anything about this? I would wager this is a side effect of tampering with time. It would seem these curious creatures' appearances are deeply distorted. So what do we need? New glasses? As is often the case, the truth will tell itself in a fierce fight. Simply start some trouble and you'll see what the monsters really are. So time's gone funky and it's turned some critters all crazy and we need to punch them out? I can dig it. Be cautious. The larger the distorted dummy, the more menacing. Don't get eaten, friends. Good luck. I'll just heal here. That should be enough. Cool. There's a mummy. Dang. Actually, use an item. Wow. Okay. That wasn't a very strong attack. That should be enough. Yeah. Cool. Let's see what this item is. $150 can buy a pretty big meal with this. What's the skull for? Pile of bony junk. Huh. Well, this is really interesting. I can play this for a long time and... yeah. Well, it's beyond the stream. I'm gonna play this later at some point. I'm gonna just save here now. Rest, and then save. So this game has a lot of potential. There's a lot going on here. That's cool. Okay, so that was Kaiju Big Battel Fighto Fantasy. And it's by Super Walrus Games. If anyone want to check it out, here's the link, super-walrus-games.itch.io. So it's $10 right now, and it seems like it's pretty fun. We had there's 12 plus hour of our RPG adventure, and all very wrestling themed and full of puns. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna check this out later in more details. Yeah. It was reminding me a bit about Undertale, but I mean, Undertale is way more layered than this one. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Regardless, there's not a lot of turn-based RPGs around nowadays, so it's kind of cool to have some. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll come back with the second game in about 5 minutes. And I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Our second game tonight is called Thrunt. It's by Mugs Games. You can get their profile at mugsgames.h.io. It is, we're looking at that right now. So Thrunt is it's now £3, okay, which is about $6, I believe.
Yeah.
So Thrunt is a super tricky against-the-clock racing game with trust-like controls. Can you guide your fragile craft through 13 increasingly ridiculous levels? Maybe. Without swearing? Not a chance. Note that this is not the Excel version of Thrunt as featured in Wireframe Magazine's issue 3. That is the sequel, which is currently in development, intending to be released in 2020. Check out the Thrunt Excel page on Steam. I don't know if they have released it, but hopefully they have. There's the Steam page here. The link is here. There's a release trailer. And this is the kind of thing you're in for. You'll definitely be as good at it as me. Don't worry. Those bullets, they're basically for show. Okay. There's a lot of videos here. We're not going to watch it. We're going to just go right into the game itself. A halfway decent PC or Mac should run Thrunt without much trouble. The game launcher will allow you to choose lower graphics settings if your frame rate is struggling. Lower settings will disable some effects such as motion blur. If you do run into unexpected performance problems or issues running the game at all, then please let me know. Cool. Well, let's try it out. Launch. Oh, I think I forgot to change the... hold on a second. I forgot to change the game category. It's here somewhere. Okay, yeah, I did forget. There we go. That's better. And I need to switch the music off. Okay. I think I already installed it somewhere. Thrunt, there it is. Okay, launching now. We're gonna do the low graphics setting. So I want performance, good performance. There we go. It's a Mugs game. There we go. Please read. It's an early access version of Thrunt. It's a horizontal slice intended to explore the gameplay potential of a tricky against-the-clock racing game. It demonstrates many features intended for the final game, but with little emphasis on style. Okay. Let's start. Oh, wow. These are lots of... What are these? Levels? Wow. Hey, the background is super cool. It's like a jigsaw puzzle with like a...
Did you start Pajama?
Yeah, I did. No, that looks like... Those look like little fidget spinners connected in a puzzle formation, right? Those little pieces. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's check out the first level. Ooh, oh, nice. I love that. Rotate and thrust is this way. This is a checkpoint. Stop in the finish line. Oh. Okay. So the brake is the same as the thrust. Nice. Okay, next level. Go really fast. But try not to crash. Okay. But it's a race. We're supposed to go fast. Okay. Checkpoint. Because there's the gravity too, right? So it's not exactly just that. It's going against gravity. Vectors. This is where all the physics lessons help. Oh, I didn't start it fast enough. We have to go through that. Oh, I have to start earlier. Yeah.
You're already fighting gravity, even if you were to just let it go.
There we go. Nice. Okay, let's do use gravity, I guess. Oh my god, there's like movable obstacles now.
Yeah, I think you should never like push when you're going down.
Oh. Drew Mink, thank you for the follow. We are playing our indie game stream today. On Mondays and Fridays, we do the indie streams. I don't know if you were here earlier, but yeah, that's what I do on Mondays and Fridays. Working through that bundle. Oh my god. That was such a narrow hit. There we go. Don't. Okay, let's just float. Aww. Okay. No problem. Like what you do. I just never caught a chance to catch them live. Oh, okay. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Plus, you're pretty cool with your raids as well. Well, I'm glad you enjoy my raids too. I have been enjoying watching Resident Evil 7 when you were playing it. Oh my god. It just touched it.
It's a very delicate ship.
I haven't played beyond Resident Evil 4 yet, so I'm slowly working my way through them. Alright, let's go. No. Okay, they keep saying timing is everything, so I think I have to thrust through both of them at the same time. Yeah, as soon as the... So I have to speed up and figure out exactly when... Like... Oh, almost did it. Hope you've been well. Need to watch your Ori and the Blind Forest? Cool. Yeah, I played a little bit of it, but I never streamed it. So, it's cool that you're streaming that. It's a really cool game. It's like a pretty version of Hollow Knight. Like a prettier version of Hollow Knight.
Just crashed.
There we go. Got it. Oh my god, I couldn't stop. I'm glad there's no like long load time because that would have annoyed me. I wonder what like the ship looks like in the final version. Good. Well done. I did it. Next. Oh my god. Fighting gravity. Okay. Inertia. Fighting gravity and inertia. I need to start slowing down before I reach the corner. That wasn't enough. Not enough. I'm gonna catch up with chat in just a bit. This game doesn't let you take attention off of it. Oh my god. Oh my god, I thought I escaped that. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay. There we go. I was doing so well. Oh, come on. Okay. I need to turn completely around, I guess. No, 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 don't fall now. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Going well. No, 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 no. Oh my god. This is gonna be a long trip. Damn. Okay. Going around this corner here. Checkpoint. Oh, that was a close one. Oh my god, because now we're going towards gravity. That's why it's slightly different. Almost. Okay, good. No. Come on, I started. Okay. I forget that I'm going towards gravity now because that's different. No, no, no. No. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Okay, 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 getting there. Got the second checkpoint. Okay, at least we got the second checkpoint. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. Oh. We've gone past the second checkpoint, so that's progress.
So you can take one hit, no hit out.
Yeah, I can't even touch anything. It's like one of those games where, like those carnival games or science fair games where you have to like go through like something without touching a metal wire at all. It's kind of like that, just the digital version of. Oh my god!
Oh, you were there!
You have to stop completely at the finish, otherwise you don't win. Oh my god. I'll read the chat in a bit after I finish this level. Because they don't even pause between reloads. Come on. Oh. Okay. No, 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 no. No, no. Okay, that's better. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, don't start it. Okay, there we go. We finished that level, finally. Let's catch up on chat now. Oh my god. Alright, yes. Good, happy it's Friday that I survived the heat today. It was hot today, wherever you are. The ship is super fragile, yet it sounds super heavy and hard to me when it crashes. Yeah, it's like very, very sensitive. I've never played it either, and it's really pretty and it's just amazing. I didn't want to stop playing last night. Ori is gorgeous looking. Like even on my old computer, it looks amazing. Yeah, I played probably like several levels of it, but I haven't finished yet. I'm even more intrigued. This game seems kind of it is very difficult. It's meant to be one of those games where it's, you know, extra challenging. I'm considering playing it again tonight, but people are saying they want Persona tonight, so I don't know. Persona is a long investment, right? Also, it's Ori, I guess, but Persona is more story-driven. I'm having a blast with Ori so far. I can't believe I slept on it. I thoroughly enjoyed it too. Might stop by and watch cause it really is super pretty. That would be awesome. Probably be doing a long Ori stream tomorrow night. That sounds cool. This game is called Thrunt. Kingdom Balance, this reminds me of the valet game where the cars didn't have brakes. Yes, it does feel a bit like that, but way more manageable. The valet game was just no, that was just way too much. So you can take one hit, so close. Yeah, I kind of want to play this, but I think I would get pretty mad. If you want to check it out, it's an indie game made by Mugs Games, and you can find them at mugsgames.itch.io. And I believe it's $6 at the moment, $6 US, and that's 3 Great Britain pounds. It's a British game, clearly. Oh my god, there's fans now? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay. I don't know how I managed that one. I don't know how oh my god. Oh, there was a checkpoint right there. That's awesome. I got super lucky there. And luck's run out. No, don't go there. Okay. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. No. No, wrong direction. Come on, really? It's like a rocket, you know, it takes a bit of thrust before you change direction. Unless you're going towards gravity, and then it's like... Oh my god. Why is this such a narrow space? Oh, almost went through. There we go. Okay, this is gonna be painful.
Can you just fall it?
That's what I'm trying to do, but it's...
When I did this, can you put your thruster down?
That's what I did last time. Okay. Yeah, I went past that, but now there's fans that I have to accelerate through. Okay. Ah, so hard to pick the right direction. Oh, if this was like done with the mouse, it might be better. Because then you can switch directions much more quickly. Although I wouldn't say it's too sluggish. I just like get confused by whether I'm going clockwise or anti-clockwise. That's all. Sometimes it feels like the barriers are moving way too slowly for what I needed them to do. I'm not used to racing games where you can't touch anything. Because even like at high speed in like car races, you have to like, you can sometimes like scrape against the sides and it'll be okay, right? But this one, like, you can't even touch, even at low speed. And that is not something I'm used to. Really? Let's try a different strategy this time because the slowdown is clearly not working. Well, I've gone through for a while without swearing, so that's, you know, that's something. I think if I was playing off stream, I'd be swearing a lot. That shouldn't have touched. No, 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 no. No, no. Okay. Ah. I don't think I'll be getting through this level, this stream. Oh, that's a close one. Ah, timing was off. I should have waited a bit longer. See, I picked the wrong direction. I should have turned left and did the thrust. Yeah, I'll try to take a pause at the fan instead of trying to get through right away. Oh my god, see, like, that was... Ah! No! No, no. Don't. Really? It's like I'm going backwards now. Okay. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. No, not yet. Not... Really? Can't you just hover for a bit? No, don't... Fall faster. That was a narrow escape. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Don't. No. Ah! My God. I love the smooth movement actually. Like it's very, even though I'm like sounding angry, it's actually very relaxing. Somehow. Somehow. Like I don't know how these become relaxing, but it is. Like these gentle movements are very interesting, I think. Ah. Yeah, that was a really good drop, right? That last one? Cool. Ah, I thought that would work. Maybe the acceleration needs to start a bit earlier. That wasn't... Shouldn't have turned around. Oh! 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 I wanted to wait for the next one. I'm definitely not going to finish this level in stream. I think the challenge went way too much in one go. If this level only had fans, I think that would have been better. Okay, there's the swear. The swears are starting to come now. Maybe the swears are key to the game. If you swear enough, it vents enough of the anger so you can actually focus. Maybe that's part of it. Okay. No. That would have worked if I turned in the right direction. Okay. It's hard to quickly turn towards where exactly the point you need. Takes so long to accelerate. How does it take so long to accelerate towards gravity? It has to be one go or none. Can't like hover between apparently. Oh, it's 10:23 already. I need to start the third game. What is the target? Is that the target time? Like I have to finish it within that time? I still have 7 minutes to get to that time. But clearly that's not gonna happen because there's probably a lot of the level left. Ah. Maybe it is best to hover through that too. Accelerate and then hover through that one. Oh my god. Okay, that's not happening now. There's... Let me see. How many... I finished 4. I got like a yellow on here or something. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more levels in just this demo. Okay, so it's a good demo actually, like with that many levels. And so if you want something really frustrating that takes a lot of effort to learn, but it's also relaxing at the same time, this is the perfect game for that. Yeah. So I'm actually surprised that I managed to do 3 levels completely. Because usually I suck at this kind of game. But yeah, it's only £3, which is $6. So if anyone wants to check it out, here's the link again. There we go. And yeah, I'll take another quick break, about 5 minutes or so, and I'll come back with our last game, which is a much different pace. It's a visual novel of sorts, I think. So we're gonna be right back with that. Go.
Our struggle as artists isn't about appeasing the crowd. Rather, it's about tending to the broken parts inside of ourselves. We create things as a reflection of this struggle, to study our perception of self. Isn't necessarily a thing you achieve. Rather, it is a state of mind which you constantly strive toward. This all comes from an understanding that ideas aren't static, but fluid, like water. Be like water.
Don't be afraid to borrow. Chord progressions, sounds, little ditties, tiny things.
Okay, I'm back.
Just snatch 'em
Now
all up.
we are looking at our last game for this session, and it's called Blue Rose, and it is by White Cat. So that's Blue Rose by White Cat, and you can get it at whitecat.h.io. So I thought it was a visual novel, but I get the impression it's not really a visual novel, but it has similarities with one. So the description says, Blue Rose is an interactive visual novel, in quotation, following the viewpoint of the female knight Lena as she enters an unknown world deep in the mountains. Features 5 routes, 4 guys and 1 girl, 10 endings, unlockable mini stories, CG and music gallery, includes Steam key. Oh, cool. Don't know if I got the Steam key. Oh, I'll have to take a look. Deep in the mountains, away from prying eyes, it's a refuge unknown to anyone else. Born of hope, cradled in shadows, this place that only looks forward is where I found my heart. Oh, that's kind of cute. Lena is a Templar of the Blue Rose, living her life to fight and protect what's most important. But what is truly important to her is only just about to reveal itself. Pulled away from the frontiers of the war, Lena finds herself trapped in a secluded, unknown village in the mountains. For the first time, she will make her own decisions and face the consequences. Sounds cool. $16 at the moment. Let's check it out. For some reason, visual novels always take a long time to load. I don't know why. I mean, it's not a lot of engine that goes behind it. There we go. Renpai. Renpai is cool. That looks like a cool intro. Okay. Extras. Ah, there's stuff that's locked. I think that all looks fine. Let's start. Okay, it came out of nowhere. Ooh, boom. Watch out, to your left. Chaos breaks out. There's a loud crashing sound and the screams of someone close. The ground shakes beneath our feet and makes my heart skip a beat. Where are we? The terrible, menacing presence of something hostile washes over me. I spin around to see the cause of the disaster. How could I not have noticed this? How did something like this sneak up on us? I see the source of the scream lying beneath the claws of the beast. Blood on the ground below it. The monster thrashes on without hesitation, continuing its attack on our group. Adele, protect Lady Adele. I yell this above the chaotic noise of the battle while trying to locate the woman whom we are supposed to keep out of harm's way. I see her a little ways behind me, desperately trying not to fall off our panicked horse. Simon says, "Keep together, Lena, get Lady Adele away from here." I make my way towards the woman, my eyes fixed on the giant monster looming above us. The dragon opens his jaws, letting out another deafening roar before crushing another couple of soldiers with his tail. Then it turns its head towards Adele. Her horse finally stops in its tracks, its front legs stiffly planted in the ground while it stares back at the predator. I can see it shake with fear, its hind legs alarmingly close to the edge of the cliff. She's trapped. Damn. I leap forward in an attempt to come between the dragon and Adele before it strikes. I reach her just in time, twisting around to face the monster as it attacks. Another Templar steps up by my side to help me get the woman to safety. He tries to dodge as the dragon snaps his jaws at him, but is caught in the next strike from its claw. He lets out a small cry before getting crushed beneath it. The dragon moves forward again before I can see what happened to him. The battleground is chaotic as the dragon fights back with quick and measured movements. The others try to attack its flank, as I am the last one standing between the beast and Adele. There is an ominous sucking sound as the dragon inhales, about to unleash a fire attack towards us. Another of the Templars let out a cry and stabs his glowing sword into the dragon's thigh. Letting out a yelp of pain and surprise, the dragon's head jerks back and lets a puff of fire into the air. Even down here I can feel the heat from the missed attack. Angrily, the dragon moves his attention back towards the attacker. This is my chance. I rush forward, hoping to get a blow in, but the dragon reacts way too quickly. As it twists its body around to improve its position, another claw lashes out to brush me aside. Quickly readying my sword, the impact between claw and steel fills my ears. I stagger backwards from the blow, trying to create some distance between me and my enemy and take note of the situation. This isn't good. I'm getting tired and the dragon is just too powerful. I cast a glance at the Templar lying on the ground near me. Is he dead? Adele. I take another quick look around to try and confirm her location, but then I notice something else. The dragon lunges forward once again. This time the target is another knight on the battleground. It's Simon. My mind freezes as the dragon lowers his claws on the man holding up his sword in an attempt to defend himself. Before I know it, I rush forward in a desperate attempt to help, but I only manage to take one step before a smashing pain hits me from the side. The tail of the dragon strikes me like a hammer. My head goes blank and I feel the ground disappearing beneath my feet. My sense of up and down is lost as I sail through the air, the wind blowing against my face. What? But before I can finish the thought, my head is struck by something hard. My head hurts. No, my entire body. I can hardly move. Cold fear crawls up my spine as the memory of what happened slowly returns to me. The monster, the others. I force my eyes open and try to move my arms so I can push myself up from the ground. Where am I? As I move my body upwards, pain shoots through my head. With a moan, I touch it with my hand. My hair is wet and sticky. Crap. I see my own blood on the ground where I was lying. This isn't good. This isn't good at all. I rise to my feet and stagger dizzily until I get close enough to the cliffside to lean my hand up against it. Then I take a closer look at my surroundings. I'm all alone. There are no traces of the rest of the group anywhere. A little further away, I spot my sword tossed aside in the tall grass. That's right, I fell. In all honesty, it's a surprise that I'm even still alive. I fell a long way. I take a look at my hand. There's some blood on it from the wound on my head, but it seems like the bleeding isn't that bad at this point. Still, I can't stay here like this. Simon. I unconsciously mumble his name. Is he... I shut my eyes and force myself to think of something else. I have to concentrate on getting out of here for now. Besides, I can't hear anything from up above. Maybe they have already moved on in order to regroup and get the ambassador to safety. Yes, if they made it, then that is most likely. It's not certain that they know what became of me anyway. Ignoring the pain in my left leg, I slowly make my way to the spot where I lost my sword. Then I continue forward, hoping to find a way back up to the trail we were following. If I can get that far, then I may somehow be able to find out where to go next. I stagger along like this for several minutes, trying to get to higher ground, but progress is slow and the penetrating pain in my head only grows worse. For every heartbeat, a numbing wave rolls through me. I grind my teeth and try to ignore it, but little does it help, and soon I find my consciousness wavering as well. I can't, not here. All strength and feeling leave my legs and I slowly sink to the ground. Darkness overwhelms me. Day 1. It's a distant muffled voice as if someone is calling me from the other side of a thick curtain. Are you all right? Are you calling me? Hey. I open my eyes and I find myself staring at a ceiling. Where am I? I'm in a bed. I slowly push myself up and look around. It's a small room and I'm all alone. Raising my hand to check on the wound on my head again, I feel the soft touch of a bandage wrapped around it. Who did this? Then I gasp at the memories as the memories hit me. The dragon's ambush and the chaos and desperation as we tried to rally and fight back. Knights crushed before they realized what was happening, and the deafening sound of the dragon's cries. The last glimpse of a person before I fell. I think it was Lady Adele. I realize that I'm trembling. What happened? As my confusion grows, a new thought makes me look around the room, almost panicked. My sword. I don't see my sword anywhere. It's been taken from me. I'm interrupted by the sound of the door opening, and I look up to see a stranger with a tray entered the room. He looks up and meets my icy stare. Oh, you're awake. He walks over to the bed and places the tray on the bed table. There's some bread and glass of water on it. I feel my body grow tense as I instinctively raise my guard towards the stranger. My ribs still hurt a bit, but I ignore it for now. Where am I? My house. He doesn't look at me while giving me this curt answer. He just focuses on the second cup on the tray. It looks like a kind of tea. There's a small bag with something that looks like a herb powder which he drizzles into the hot water. What is that? Your house? He finally turns to look at me as he finishes with the tea. Yes, I found you unconscious and brought you here. You almost died, you know. He speaks to me in a cold, uncaring manner, as if he couldn't care less. Whereas my gaze falls down on myself, and I realize that I'm wearing an unfamiliar white shirt. Underneath, I catch a glimpse of the bandages covering my wounds. What? Who? Relax, I'm not the one who changed your clothes. It was a woman, okay? I look up at him again as he hurriedly blurts out this excuse. Well, that is kind of a relief. Where is my sword? Slightly surprised, he raises his eyebrow at the question. You're not even going to ask for my name or how long you have been here? My sword. He sighs and turns away to focus on the tray again. Not here. I don't want weapons in this house. What? Eat this. There's some medicine in this cup. Make sure to drink it. Then he turns around and heads towards the door. Hey! But the door has already closed behind him. I once again find myself all alone, sitting in a bed in an unfamiliar room. He took my sword away, or did he just leave it in the forest? Can I trust him? I cast a glance at this cup of hot water standing on the table next to me. I have no idea what kind of strange powder he put into it. On the other hand, I don't imagine anyone would poison somebody so obviously. However, the smell of freshly baked bread makes me realize how hungry I actually am. In the end, I take the bread and leave the tea alone. It's late in the afternoon. For a while, I was searching my surroundings to try and get a clear idea of my current situation. I was thinking of leaving this place behind to go look for my colleagues, but after a while, the pain in my ribs and head increased. Biting my lip, I had to face the fact that leaving bed and heading out into the unknown now would be foolish. And so I leaned back in bed, closed my eyes, and rest. The birds are still singing outside the window. I don't hear any other humans nearby, so it doesn't seem like we're in a town. Thinking back on the map that we were following throughout the mountains, this was supposed to be a wild, desolate place without any human settlements for miles. I would have taken another couple of days of travel to. It would have taken another couple of days to travel to cross the mountains and then a little more before reaching the next town. This is why we chose this route. It made it less likely for us to run into any enemies, but it seemed that the wildlife here turned against us instead. There's a sound of a door opening and closing somewhere close. Is it the man who brought the food? The silence gave the impression that he had left the house entirely. Maybe he just got back. I strained my ears in an attempt to find out whether he is alone or if he brought someone else with him. It doesn't sound like there is anyone else. That is a relief. Before long, the door to my room opens again, and the man from before enters. Open my eyes and watch him cautiously. You didn't drink the tea. Where is my sword? Shut up about the sword already. I'm not giving it back to you. What? How dare you? Annoyed, he ignores my protest and walks over to the bed table to pick up the cup with the cold tea. If you don't drink this, the healing process will be much slower, and you'll have to stay here longer. I don't believe that's what either of us hope for. Who are you? He watches me for a second as if wondering why I suddenly changed my question like that. My name is Tobias. I live here. Where is here? The mountains. I believe you were already aware what area you were in when you collapsed. You live here alone? He breathes another deep sigh. Stop being paranoid. I'm not your enemy, and I'm not going to call anyone on you. Yes, I live here alone. As far as I know, no one else resides this far up in the mountains. How long was I sleeping? 3 days. I see. We both fall silent. Tobias glares at me for a moment as if waiting for something, then impatiently opens his mouth again. And you? What? You never found it appropriate to introduce yourself either. My name is Lena. Without bothering with a response, Tobias takes the tray and turns towards the door. I'll bring another cup of tea. Make sure you drink it this time. The door closes and I'm alone again. With a deep sigh, I lean back towards the back of the bed. Day 2. The rest of the day passes. The next time I reluctantly accept the tea from Tobias, and although it isn't the best I've tasted, there isn't anything particularly wrong about it. After spending some more time in that room, feeling anxious and not knowing what's going on outside, I make a decision to get up the next morning. Push myself out of bed and grimace in pain as I try to stand on my right leg. Moving slowly and with one hand leaning on the wall, I manage to make my way towards the door. Man, this is pathetic. Being weak like this really doesn't suit me, and I refuse to just lie still and wait. Then I notice something. Next to the door, a makeshift crutch made of a thick branch is leaning against the wall. Looks like it was made for me. I pick it up and continue. On the other side of the door is what looks like a small and simple kitchen. By the table in the middle of the room are 2 chairs. In one of them sits Tobias. You're up? Yes. You shouldn't be walking around. You're still hurt. I don't intend to lie there forever. Fine, take a seat. I was about to bring breakfast anyway. I sit in the chair opposite of him and watch as he brings some bread and cheese to the table. He also puts a kettle over the fire and soon pours me another cup of that strange tea. I send another suspicious look as he places the cup before me. What are you doing up here all alone? I'm a hunter. That doesn't explain much. That's how it is. What an unfriendly character, but I honestly do want to know if he found any clues to what became of the others. If he's a hunter, then maybe he's seen these things when wandering about in the mountains. So you were hunting when you found me? Yes, obviously. Have you... I hesitate. I'm still not sure how much I can trust this guy. You don't have to be so suspicious of me. I don't care if you come from one side or the other, or if you are a nun or warrior. As long as you concentrate on getting better soon, so you can go your own way, we can all be happy. With this outburst, Tobias rises from his chair and clears his plate off the table, then grabs a bag near the door and turns his back to me. I have to go. Remember to drink your tea. The door closes and I'm alone. For a second, I just sit and stare at the door. What was that? What an idiot. As if I need help from that kind of person. He walks away without giving me a chance to respond, takes my weapon, and treats me like this. My head starts to hurt again, probably because I let myself get riled up. I decided to return to my room. We have been traveling for 3 days on foot already. We brought only 2 horses with us into the mountains. One is carrying some of our supplies, while the other is used as transport for our client whenever possible. Adele, it really is quiet. Don't worry, my lady, we have advanced with a satisfactory speed so far. You'll be home soon. Yes, you're right. I stop for a moment to take a closer look at our surroundings. Despite what I said to her, I can't help but feel terribly restless myself. Simon walks up to me. What is it, Lena? You're not supposed to stop for rest yet. Yes, I know. You don't seem too enthusiastic about this mission. No, sir, it's just... I shoot a glance at the woman riding the horse in front of us. If I may be honest, I don't believe this will change anything. I want to stay where I can and make a difference. Where can I make a difference? Simon sighs. This may very well make a huge difference for us, Lena. If we get her people on our side, we will gain a major advantage, especially if we make sure that Helen doesn't hear about it too soon. Somehow, I just find it hard to believe that she will be able to convince anyone. Have some faith, Lena. There are some things that can't be solved with raw strength alone. She may not look like it, but she is a very influential ambassador. Her family has some very powerful ties. Yes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be saying something like this. It's all right. I know you, Lena, and if there is nothing I will ever doubt, it is your loyalty. Just remember that not everyone knows you that well. With that, he leaves me and rejoins the others. I just watch him behind as he takes the lead. Watch from behind. Will this really change anything? Day 3. The next day, I walk into the kitchen once again, but Tobias has already left. I wonder what he does all day. Not that it bothers me. Staying alone inside this silent house does bother me, though, so I decide to open the door and step outside for once. I lean up against the crutch that Tobias made for me and observe the area. The sun is shining again today, and a pleasant breeze brushes through the leaves and grass. This is truly the middle of nowhere. How far is this from the path where I fell? It will take forever to get back to civilization, especially while I'm still in this shape. I'm stuck. With a sigh, I decided to shove these negative thoughts aside. Instead of brooding about it, I should try and find out more about where I am. No use in wasting time like this. Tobias probably won't be back until tonight anyway. That's how it usually is. I started walking. Not too far from the cottage, I ascend a small hill as I head further in between the trees. Soon the scenery opens up before me, and I come upon a mountain lake in the forest. The short trip has already taken its toll on me. I lean up against a tree near the lake, silently cursing how weak I still am. I need to get better soon. I have to find out what happened to the others. In any case, I will have to go back and report what occurred. Someone other than me has got to have survived. I bite my lip. Suddenly something catches my attention. Almost like a shadow, there was movement somewhere in the bushes in front of me. I scanned the area, no sounds telling me that there would have been anything. Was it just me? Again, in the corner of my eye, I catch a hint of something moving. Quickly turn my head, but I don't see anything. My heart starts beating faster and my body is tense as I prepare myself for whatever it is. It probably is just some animal living in the forest, but after the encounter with the dragon, I feel like I should keep my guard up. There, I hear a faint rustle in the bushes to my right, somewhere in between the trees. Slowly, I grab my crutch and advance towards the sound. I still can't see anything, but it continues to draw me in. I pass between the trees and leave the lake behind. Further ahead, I see another hint of movement, darting between the bushes and follow it upwards. Is it teasing me? No, must be my imagination. Before long, the trees thin out, and I soon find myself at the top of a slope which overlooks a valley nestled between the mountains. But the valley isn't empty as expected. I'm looking down a small settlement in the distance. A village? There shouldn't be any settlement up here. It's a very small, but it is definitely there. From here, I can see people moving between the houses. It seems lively. For a moment, the sudden appearance of a village fills me with doubt. Have I come even further than I thought? Am I still in Tanvis? Hesitating for a moment, I finally decide to descend the slope. I wander slowly through the village while watching my surroundings in disbelief. This place shouldn't exist. Some of the people I pass by are sending me curious glances, all of them obviously aware that I'm not from around here. I instantly notice how almost everything here looks new. Are these people pioneers? A shadow in the crowd draws my attention, a figure who looks detached from the world around him. He just slowly passes through, unnoticed by the villagers, and they of no importance to him. The man lifts his head and our eyes meet across the distance. A smile surfaces on his face before he turns away and leaves the main street, disappearing out of sight. What was that? I take a careful glance around, wondering if there was something funny about me that would make him do that. Oh well, it's you. I jump a little at the clear voice calling out for me. As I turn around, I see a girl standing a few meters away looking directly at me. She approaches me. Some of the people nearby look obviously surprised by the fact that this girl appears to know me. Hello, I'm so happy to see you are up and well. I was really worried when Tobias brought you in. I almost thought you wouldn't make it. You? Who are you? Oh, I'm sorry, my name is Erin. I helped Tobias take care of you when he first found you. I remember how Tobias saying that there was a woman who changed my clothes, in spite of him later telling me that he lived there alone. It must have been this girl. Thank you, Erin. Sorry, Tobias didn't tell me about you, so I'm a little surprised. What? He didn't? That's so typical of him. But oh well, you're fine now, and that's all that counts. Where is he? I don't know. He left the cottage before me. I shoot another glance at my surroundings. I didn't know where there were supposed to be any towns in these mountains. Oh, I see. Of course, he wouldn't have mentioned it. Suddenly, Erin nervously averts her eyes, as if just remembering something. Tobias said he was the only one living here. Is he part of the village as well? Tobias protects this place. He almost likely never intended to let you know it existed. What is your name? Oh, right. I am Lena. Welcome, Lena. Erin lights up a little and smiles at me. I hope you'll get better soon. If you ever feel like it, drop by my place, and we will make you something to eat. I nod and return a courteous smile. Thank you, Erin. You should be careful. Even though this is mostly a peaceful place, there are all kinds of dangerous creatures living in these parts. Usually they stay away from the village, but people like Tobias patrol the premises to make sure that no one runs into a hostile animal. I'll be fine. Oh, my sister must be getting impatient by now. I'm off. See you again, Lena. Erin waves and hurries off. I'm once again on my own in this strange little place, wondering what to do next. Where am I? It seems so new. A hidden village in the mountains? Wondering about this, I make my way down the road, watching life pass around me. Almost everyone continues to stare at me. It's obvious that I'm a new face here, and it makes me uncomfortable. Close to the edge of the village, between two houses, a couple of children are playing. One of them is chasing around a hen. Marley, you're scaring it away. Mom will be mad at us. Shut up, I'll get it. Don't be such a spoilsport. Look out. The hen dashes past the boy as he yells at his sister and heads towards the tree line. Come back. What was that? Just as I'm about to move on, I feel an unsettling presence. I turn back to the children. There's something moving in the bushes near the fleeing hen. Wait! I go after them with a pace that feels tormentingly slow to me. The boy has cornered the hen by a tree a couple of meters ahead. See, I told you I could catch it. He proudly moves towards it to get a hold of the panicky hen, and there it is. The bushes behind the boy rustle, and something comes lunging out. Marley! My crude crutch is swung in an arc through the air, pounding into the attacking shadow. Whatever it is sent flying. The boy looks back at the spectacle, his mouth open in surprise. My crutch used as a mock-up sword. I suddenly lose my balance as I step down on my bad leg. Pain shoots up through the leg, and I bite my teeth together as I stumble backwards. But instead of falling to the ground, my back bumps into something. I feel my arms being caught from below. Keeping me from falling over. Take it easy there. You don't look like you're in a state fit for jumping around like that. I open my eyes and realize that I've fallen backwards into the arms of a stranger. That was some swing. You all right? The teasing tone in his voice makes me frown in annoyance. Would you be so kind as to let go of me? The man grins at my compliant. So cold. You sure you can stand? He helps me up as I find my balance with the crutch. I turn around to see him more clearly. Still, that was impressive, even if it were only a small one. I wasn't fast enough to do anything about it. I didn't get to take a proper look at the thing before it was sent flying, but it was some sort of creature I didn't know. Probably one of the hostile animals Aaron was talking about. It was most likely that it had only been aiming at the hen and not at the boy. Had that really been the threatening presence that I felt? Could I have been wrong? That was when I noticed that the man is still standing there watching me. You're not from around here, are you? Well, I'm pretty new here myself, but I'm sure I would have noticed someone like you. No, you could say I just arrived today. I see. My name is Gavin, and you are? Lena. Lena, nice to meet you. It's not every day that you get to see a new face in this town, and excuse me for saying it, but I can't help but get the impression that you have had a rough start in these parts. He makes a small nod towards my bandages. It hasn't been an easy trip. Yes, well, I have my difficulties on my way here. He laughs lightheartedly. Wow, that was amazing. The boy says that. I look down and notice the two kids from before. The boy is holding the hen in his arms. Where did you learn to do that, miss? Oh, that's, you. This is the second time today someone calls out at me in that manner. Annoyed, I turn my head to see someone familiar appearing between the trees not far away. Tobias. What are you doing here? His face is a mixture of surprise and anger. This is the first time I've seen him riled up like this, as he hastily approaches us. You are supposed to stay in the cottage. You can't tell me what to do. I'll leave if I want to. You two know each other? Gavin looks both surprised and amused by this. Tobias shoots him an angry glare. And you stay out of this. It's none of your business. None of his business? And what is this place? None of my business? What? You told me you lived here alone, and you alone had found me and brought me back. So what is this town? You're right, it is none of your business. All you have to do is get better and go back from where you came from. Your kind has nothing to do here. My kind? Hey, aren't we getting a little overboard here? Tobias, why don't you give the nice lady a break? You shouldn't be yelling at a woman when she is hurt. After shooting Gavin yet another icy stare, Tobias finally backs down. Fine, do whatever you want. And then he turns around and leaves on the spot. Oh my, he was certainly in a good mood. I just stand there looking in the direction where Tobias disappeared. Well, I guess it's about time we go back to town. What do you say? Gavin nudges the kids who had been watching our quarrel with wide eyes. Yeah, all right then. He turns to look at me. What about you? Going to just stand there? Shortly after, I find myself in a small inn. Some of it looks like it is still under construction, but it is already in use. Gavin has us placed at a table near the wall, when I see another familiar face approach us. Oh, there you are again. Just sit tight, I'll get you something good. You work here? My sister and I run this place, so just relax, this is on me. Erin disappears out of sight. Before long, she returns with 2 plates of dinner for us. Enjoy. Thank you, Erin. That is very nice of you. Don't mention it. Oh, by the way, did you remember to drink your tea? Tea? Yes, I believe I gave Tobias some tea for you. Oh, it's from you? My sister made it. She's really good with herbs and healing. If you drink it, you'll get better much faster. Thank you, I'll remember that. Erin just smiles and then returns to her duties. So the tea had come from her too. You know her too? Oh, not really. It seems she was one of the people who helped me when I got hurt. I see. You strayed pretty far from these mountains when you got hurt. What were you doing all the way up here? Looks like I shouldn't be asking that just yet. Oh well, everyone has his or her own reasons for being here. Reasons? Yes, isn't it obvious? This is a village full of secrets. He says this with a teasing smirk, as if making fun of me, but he has a point. A hidden village all the way up in the mountains? I can't imagine why anyone would settle down in such a secluded place without a good reason. I'm still not sure what kind of place I have ended up in. So, what is your reason for being here? Mine? That's a good question. One I'm afraid I also can't quite answer yet. I watch him carefully. There's something about this guy that tells me to stay on my guard, but I'm not really sure what it is. At the end of the day, I return to the cottage. Tobias is inside. He's cleaning one of his hunting knives and doing his best to ignore my entrance. I'm not going to let him off that easily, though. Why? He finally looks up. Why what? Why didn't you tell me about the village? Because I did not intend to let someone like you know about it. Did you really believe you could bring me here and I wouldn't notice? If you are so against someone of my kind coming here, then you should have left me lying where you found me. Trust me, I'm beginning to believe I should have. This man definitely pisses me off. Ever since I got here, he has acted this way towards me. I'm seriously beginning to doubt why he even bothered saving me in the first place. Then give me my sword and I'll leave. Leave? He jumps from his chair. Walk out in that condition and you'll die. If you're just complaining about your things again, I already put them in your room for you. Good. With that, I immediately turn around and head for the bedroom, not sparing him another glance. Just as he had said, I find all my things on a chair in my room. My sword is lying on top of my damaged uniform. I pick it up and just watch in silence. It is strange, but almost as if this sword contains an important part of me. Only when it is here do I feel secure. What a sentimental way of putting it. I put the sword aside with a sigh and take a look at my uniform. It is in bad shape after my fall from the cliff, but most of the bloodstains have been removed. Apparently, Tobias or Aaron washed it and fixed it for me. Most likely Aaron. I can't imagine Tobias doing that much for me. Looking through my things, I realize that my dagger is missing, probably lost in the fall. The polished surface of a shield-shaped emblem catches the light and reflects the symbol of the rose engraved on its front, the proof that I am a Templar. The other side of the emblem is blank and smooth. I watch the untouched surface in deep thought. This is where the symbol of my family was supposed to be, as the crest of every other Templar have been engraved with their emblems for identification. I remember seeing Simon's emblem once, thinking how beautiful his family crest has been. A blank page, looking at my emblem, always reminds me of this. My little trip has worn me out more than I initially thought. My head is hurting again, and I'm feeling awfully tired. I don't feel like going out and talking to Tobias again, so I put my emblem back in its place and decide to lie down on the bed to rest for the evening. Tell me about the rose. Darkness is falling and we have made camps for the day. Adele is sitting in front of the fire with a cup of tea, posing this request as I approach her. The rose? Yes, we don't know all that much about it in the Cair, apart from how the Templars of the Blue Rose are supposed to be exceptional warriors with special abilities. But what they really are, I'd like to know. I watched the flames for a while, considering how to best explain it. The rose is from what we Templars draw our power. It is a source of energy that we can connect with, and thereby do things we would otherwise not be capable of. It is a gift. Energy? You mean like magic? Adele watches me curiously. I have heard that the country of Kere had a very strict view on magic and the occult, even more so than the Tanvis. Only their priestesses are allowed a kind of magic, but it is very weak. Through a small verses of prayer, they draw magic from objects called symbols and use them for different purposes. In the end, the views on these otherworldly things aren't so different in these two countries, just the degree of what is acceptable or not. No, not exactly. I'll tell you the story about the rose if you're interested. Go on, I need to pass the time anyway. I take another small pause to recall the old story before I begin. The way I heard of it for the first time, I remember it clearly. It was years ago when I was still a little girl, running down the hall and coming upon the tall statue. It was a beautifully shaped woman of stone, holding a rose in her hands, eyes closed. She looked both serene and beautiful as she stood in that hall, as if time didn't move around her. Who is that? My old caretaker had smiled at my question. That is Lady Yvonne. She is the reason the Templars of the Blue Rose even exist. The Templars? How so? Well, a very long time ago there was a great war in Tanvis. Lady Yvonne had lived peacefully in her lord's castle, far away from the front. But soon the war moved closer and closer to her home as Tanvis was losing the fight. And one day that castle itself was under siege, overrun by enemy soldiers. The enemy was ruthless, destroying everything as they went. They even burned down the lady's beautiful rose garden. All seemed to be lost, and many others, including the lord, had evacuated the castle. Yvonne still stayed behind, along with a few royal knights guarding her. She called those knights to her and prayed for them while holding the very last blue rose from the garden in her hands. As she prayed on this beautiful flower, the knights felt a renewed energy granted to them, and they returned to the battlefield while Yvonne sat and prayed. Suddenly the tides turned, and these knights fought a brave battle with a power never seen before. The enemy was defeated, and the last survivors fled. Those knights are said to be the ones that later formed the Templars of the Blue Rose, and they still borrow the powers of the rose whenever they go to battle. Why did they stay behind? I don't know. Maybe she had a strong faith from the beginning that she would be able to make it. Looking up at the beautiful statue, I think at that moment she became something like an idol to me, Lady Yvonne and her flower. That's it? In short, yes. That doesn't really explain anything at all. She furrows her brows in discontent and continues to stare into the bonfire. In short, Lady Yvonne's prayer still exists, protecting the knights fighting for her home. Those who train and pledge their loyalty to her will be able to form the connection with the rose and make use of its powers. Then you can do that too, I take it? Of course, my lady, otherwise I wouldn't be a Templar. I guess that's true. I guess? For a moment, I feel tempted to snap back at her, but instead I continue my explanation in an attempt to change the topic away from me. Well, in practice, we Templars make use of this connection to draw strength from the energies in nature around us. That's the gist of it. What about someone like me? Could a normal person like me learn to do all that? That's a hard question to answer, milady. It takes much determination, training, and discipline to be able to form the connection. And when you finally make the attempt, according to the teachings, you still only be able to do so if the Lady Yvonne accepts you. Is that so? So anyone can do it. Is she even listening to me? It would be fun to try. Yes, it would, wouldn't it? As if I'd ever get the chance. She laughs and makes a bitter smile. I get the impression she's talking more to herself than to me now, and deduce from this that the conversation is over. Leaving her alone, I lean my head back, staring up at the dark sky. Night falls and countless stars are glittering above us and the mountains. There's still a long way to go before we reach our goal. Day 4. The next morning, I dress in my own clothes and strap my sword at my side. Tobias has prepared food for me in the kitchen. As always, he places the plates on the table as I enter and then leaves the room without a word. The usual steaming cup of tea is there as well. This time I remember to drink all of it as instructed by Aaron. Then I head out again, still helped along by the crutch. Instead of going straight to the village, I go back in between the trees towards the small lake that I had found. The forest is peaceful and silent. I sit down with my back towards the large tree facing the lake before closing my eyes. The sword is placed on the ground in front of me, still in its sheath. And then with a deep breath, I begin my meditation. It has been days since I last did this. I can now feel my entire body has already fallen drastically out of shape, but it does take much more before I fall back into my old familiar rhythm. I can almost instantly feel the energies flowing around me in this forest, the slow movement of the water in the lake. This place is different. It's hard to say, but it almost feels more alive. I find myself mumbling this out aloud, but it really is surprising how the natural energies here feel more tangible, more dynamic. This is a place of great spiritual power. Do the villagers know of this, I wonder? Normally the average human being wouldn't be able to sense these things, so probably not. Then I suddenly feel a change in the air around me and a presence moving up close behind me. Without a moment's hesitation, my hand grabs the handle of my sword and draws it in a wide arc while I push myself up and turn around. The edge of the sword stops midair, right before striking the neck of a person that I have never seen before. But the stranger does not move a muscle. I feel myself involuntarily freeze for just a moment as my eyes meet his, this close. Those eyes, there's something unsettling about the way they stare directly back into mine. I quickly bite my lip and regain my senses. All this happens in the course of just a few seconds. Move and you're dead. So you noticed. The sound of his voice almost succeeds in making me falter. Calm and cold, I narrow my eyes. Who are you? What were you trying to do, sneaking up on me like that? The stranger draws back slightly from my sword while still keeping his eyes on me. He doesn't seem the least bit intimidated, as if what I do with my sword doesn't really matter to him. I was surprised you're still here. What? I had not expected to see you here, so I watched trying to figure you out. Wait, why? What do you mean still here? I was sure you would have been dead by now, so when I saw you here, I was truly surprised. And today you came back again. I don't believe my ears as I stare back at the stranger. This person has been following me? Why would you think I would be dead? The dragon, of course. What else? You saw it happen? My eyes widen in surprise. I have never heard Tobias mention anything about the attack, other than him finding me unconscious on the ground. I almost forget to keep my guard up. Yes. Then the others, what happened to the rest? I grip the handle of my sword even tighter. The tone of my voice involuntarily rises as I feel my heart beating faster. The rest? He turns his head slowly and looks away as if thinking deeply about this question. I'm not sure. I was convinced that no human survived, so I simply left. But since you are here, it seems that I was wrong. I am impressed. So he didn't see anything after all. I feel my heart sink. I take a step back, but still hold up my sword to keep the stranger away. Are you from the village too? The village? No, I'm not. No, then from where are you? Now what? Is he another hermit like Tobias? It's beginning to feel like this area is actually crawling with people. Or could he be another one from outside, just like me? The man makes a vague gesture with his hand, as if including the entire area around us. Here. Here? Do you have a house up here? No, the village, the forest, the mountain. This is where I live. So he's saying he lives down there after all. What do you... Shoosh. There's a strong wind carrying leaves through the air between him and me with a soft rustling sound. The stranger turns his head and narrows his eyes. Watch out. I swing around at the sound of his voice and only barely see the shadow shooting towards me at high speed from the bushes. Using the power of my own movement, I swing the sword upwards to guard against it, but instantly feel a sharp pain shooting through my side. I break down and lower my guard, resulting in the attacker crashing hard against my hand, holding the sword's handle. I fall down on one knee, still grasping the sword tightly, even though it was almost knocked out of my hand. The thing stumbles back from the impact, and I catch a glimpse of it as I look up. My wound's still pounding after the rash stunt earlier, but I can't let my guard down. I'm about to try and get back up when the stranger suddenly glides in front of me and confronts the monster. He doesn't seem armed. What are you doing? Without paying me any mind, he lifts one hand up and stares down at the hissing beast. The animal looks similar to a mountain lion. It's far a mix of wild, dark colors and his eyes green. It makes a threatening lunge forward as if wanting to strike, but the man doesn't move out of place. With another defiant hiss, the creature turns around and disappears into the forest. I stare in wonder at the scene in front of me, using the sword as support, get back on my feet. The crutch is lying on the ground, just out of reach. You should be careful in this area, that much should be obvious to you. The man turns around and looks at me again. I had it under control. If you have a problem, then don't interfere. He casts a glance in the direction the creature had fled. That one seemed to hold a grudge. I wonder why. A grudge? It was a mother. Could it possibly have something to do with the small predator that I sent flying with my crutch earlier? No, of course not. I mumble this to myself. He looks up again as if noticing something new. I too look around, trying to figure out what he spotted. Then suddenly he turns around and heads towards the trees. Hey, wait! But he doesn't stop. He disappears out of sight almost as quickly as he came. What was that about? Lena? I turn around and see a familiar face step into view. Tobias is holding his bow. He's probably in the middle of hunting. What are you doing? He walks over to pick up my crutch without waiting for an answer and then hands it to me. I feel my anger level rising at the fact that I couldn't get time to pick it up before he appeared. What does it matter to you what I'm doing? You're still hurt and you shouldn't be up here. There are monsters, you know. Yes, I know. I can take care of myself. Oh? I take one more look around after traces of the stranger, but he doesn't seem to be anywhere anymore. I don't feel any traces of his presence. Forget it. I'm done here. I'm heading to the town. Do what you want. I still have things to do. Without wasting any more time on talking to Tobias, I lean up against the crutch and begin my trek down the hillside. The village is as peaceful as it was when I last left it. People are taking care of daily chores in the main street, while others are working on finishing the roof of one of the newest buildings. Somehow this place stands in complete contrast to the silent forest where I had the strange encounter with the man. I stop and press my hand against my right side. The pain is still there, stronger than it was this morning when I left the cottage. I can feel the bandages underneath the shirt, and I'm still worried that I might have caused some unnecessary damage during the fight. I should have been more careful. I need to get stronger. I have to get my strength back. Hey, I caught up in my thoughts. I jump a little at the sound of Gavin's voice calling out to me. So you came back. You still don't look too well, though. I straighten up. It's nothing. Gavin looks down and eyes the sword at my side, an unreadable look on his face for just a short moment. Then he smiles again. Oh, that's quite a large knife for a pretty woman to be carrying around. Oh, you think so? Whoa, you sound friendly today. Sorry, I just have a lot on my mind. Well, I can imagine that. I sigh and take a look around. It almost feels like time stands still here, as if this little town is cut off from the rest of the world. That kind of peaceful atmosphere doesn't sit well with me. I feel restless, just staying here with no apparent goal or schedule ahead of me. I'm a person who likes to take action, one could say. You look preoccupied, so I'm going to leave you to it. If you need anything here, don't hesitate to call. So, where to go? Oh, wow. You can pick locations now. So I guess that was the intro. That's a lot of places. Like, I'm guessing these places in the bottom will open up eventually.
Yeah, probably.
Well, maybe I'll save first. Okay. Forest or outskirts? Could go to the forest again. Feeling stronger each day, I decided to take a look around the forest for signs of any other survivors. Tobias told me the cliff where he found me was quite a distance away. Maybe soon I'll ask him to take me there. But for now, I'd rather try and look into things myself. After all, he might start asking questions I don't want to answer. As I head further into the forest, the intense feeling of solitude envelops me. This place is so very far away from everything else, all the fighting of the war in my homeland. I unconsciously look up through the leaves of the trees above me as my thoughts fall on the dragon. The great being almost seemed to have come out of nowhere and then disappeared without a trace. No one in the village ever talks about seeing dragons. The monsters they speak of seem like much smaller and more manageable creatures. I stopped for a break and I leaned up against the trunk of a large tree. Once again, I am reminded of how big a toll the wounds have taken on me. That's when I noticed something out of place in the foliage ahead. Kneeling down, I carefully brushed the dry leaves aside to inspect it further. Ash? It looks like the remains of an improvised campsite. Curiously, I look around, but no other signs of people passing through. Maybe Tobias made camp on one of his longer hunts. I get back up and dust the leaves off my clothes. I can't help but cast another glance around me as I turn to leave. A feeling stirring inside me that I can't quite place. Okay. So I can that was like a timed option. I had the choice to go to the forest or stay in the outskirts. So different events would happen at different points in time. Interesting. Let's go to the inn. I'm surprised though. I always imagine knights wearing armor, but you don't seem to have any. Why is that? Aaron has been asking a lot of questions like this one, seemed fascinated by the fact that I'm a Templar. It's not that surprising really, as most people will live their whole lives without ever seeing a Templar, much less speak to one. I still feel kind of awkward about the attention though. This kind of admiration would have fit someone like Simon much better. He's more of a real Templar than I. We do have armor, but we only wear it when deemed necessary. It's a long trek through the mountains, and it didn't seem practical at the time. No one expected a dragon to come dropping from the sky. I like this better anyway. It's easier to move in uniform. Fighting in armor is something else. Still, it's a bit of a shame. I would love to see what it looks like. What is your full name? I don't get to open my mouth before she shoots out another question. My name? It's Lena Ehrenfeld. Ooh. What? It sounds so impressive, although I guess that's to be expected. All you Templars are from high-standing families, right? It's usually like that, but I'm a bit of a special case. I'm actually an orphan. An orphan? Yes, a soldier found me in the woods and brought me back to the castle. One of the knights there decided to keep me on the grounds and later raised me as a soldier. Then where does your name come from? Was it the soldier's name? No, I don't know the soldier who found me. It's not my caretaker's name either. My name actually comes from the name of the forest where I was found. It is called Ehrenfeld Woods among locals. The forest had a name like that? Well, there's a story behind why the forest is called that. Tell me, I'd love to hear it. Well, there's a local tale in my area about a noble knight called Ehrenfeld who once fought in a war for his lord. One day he went to the forest alone and met a dryad, the spirit of the forest, with whom he fell in love. The dryad was crying. When he asked why, she explained that she couldn't take all the blood that was being shed in the forest, and that it was making her sick. Very soon, she and her forest would die. Hearing that, Ehrenfeld returned to the lord outside the forest. He knew that his lord was planning to enter the forest and ambush a band of enemy soldiers. When the lord and his soldiers approached, the knight turned on his own people to stop them from spilling more blood in the Dryad's forest. He fell in the ensuing battle, taking all of his opponents with him. His spirit then returned to his beloved Dryad. It is said that the forest grew even more lush and green after that, and that's why it was named after him. That's quite a story. How sad for him. Although I really like the thought of you being named after him, you've got something to live up to. Really, I'm not much for fairy tales to be honest, and I guess they just needed to call me something. Besides, he turned against his own people, just like that. That doesn't sound very noble or impressive to me. Whatever you say, I still find it very romantic. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop right here before we go any further. I have half an hour before I have to do something else, so I'm gonna go have dinner now. So that was Blue Rose by White Cat. Here's the link again for anyone who wants to check it out. And that concludes our last game, and that concludes our session. So today was day 85 going through this bundle. We looked at game number 253, Kaiju Big Battel Fighto Fantasy by Super Walrus Games. Game number 254, Thrunt by Mugs Games. And game number 255, Blue Rose by White Cat. I do this stream every Monday and Friday. So my next stream is going to be Monday the 2nd of May. No, 3rd of May, sorry. And then later that week on Wednesday, I'll be continuing my Eternal Darkness stream, which is I'm analyzing Eternal Darkness as well as showcasing the story. It's one of my favorite games, one of the best games ever made. Here's the links to all the profiles for all the people, all the developers that we covered today in the 3 games. And the art on this stream is made by Rifna. You can see their profiles on the bottom right corner. I'm also pasting it in chat if you want to check out one of their profiles. So we have Pinterest, Redbubble, and Twitter. So Rifna also does Twitch streams, and they've been playing Monkey Island recently. I've been joining their streams. So here's a shout out as well. And yeah, okay, so thanks Jasmine T. Yeah, you have a good night as well. I'm gonna see if I can raid someone who's still playing. Okay. Shell Smiley is streaming The Sims. We can go raid her right now. Let's raid Shell Smiley. There we go. Okay, so thank you all for who joined us tonight, and I'll see you next time for my indie streams, and if not, then maybe for my Eternal Darkness streams some other time. Okay, have a good night, and let's go see what Shelly's been up to.